Welcome everyone, I'm Lindsay and thanks for joining me today. For today's class, we'll be focusing on the sacral chakra. You might want to grab a set of blocks, blanket, and a yoga strap before we begin. And then let's begin in a comfortable seated position with a straight spine. Begin to connect with your breath here, taking some big inhales and big exhales through the nose. Remind yourself that if at any time during your practice, if you feel the need to rest, feel free to withdraw to a restful pose such as child's pose or savasana. Today is about your personal practice, and it's important to be mindful and listen to your body. The theme for today is the sacral chakra. It's the second of our 7 chakras and comes from the Sanskrit word Swadhisthana, which is translated to one's own base. Located below the navel, this chakra is related to our reproductive organs and pelvic area, and the energetic associations for the sacral chakra are sexuality, weight, creativity, pleasure, and enjoyment. When this chakra is balanced, we feel optimally creative and fully enjoy our lives. Our sexual health and relationships are healthy and joyful experiences for us. We're at an optimal healthy weight for ourselves and have a healthy relationship to food. Our bodies and minds feel energetic and full of vitality. If the sacral chakra is imbalanced, it can lead to low self-esteem, lack of creativity, loss of joy, and dysfunction in our relationships to others. We'll begin today with a Sacral Chakra Healing Mantra. So from where you are, take a big breath and imagine there's a swirling ball of orange healing energy right in front of your pelvic area. Imagine that this light energy is healing and opening up your sacral chakra. Next, repeat the mantra, I love and honor my body, silently to yourself as you continue to breathe deeply. And let's bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet together for bound angle pose. Let your knees gently fall open to either side. Grab your toes and press firmly into your sit bones. Sit up tall, lengthening through the crown of your head. And begin to hinge forward at your hips towards the mat. Keep your back and neck lengthened. If this is too much for you, option to place blocks under your knees for support. And breathe here. And carefully rise back up with a flat back. And bring your legs out in front of you for seated forward fold. Again, lengthen up through the crown of your head and spine. Draw your shoulders away from the ears. Lift your arms up and begin to hinge the torso toward your legs, allowing the fold to come from the hips. Come forward just until you feel your back beginning to round, then allow the hands to fall on your toes, ankles, or shins. Keep the neck soft and in line with the head. Option to wrap a strap around your feet and pull gently with your hands to find some extra space for your hamstrings and low back. Big breaths. And carefully rise back up with a flat back. And coming into our flow sequence next, swing your legs around and come to a hands and knees position. Inhale, melt your heels toward the ground and pull your hips up toward the sky for downward facing dog. Knees can be deeply bent here as you work your way into the pose. And find any movement that feels good to you. Try bending your knees one at a time to pedal out your legs, or maybe just find stillness. Inhale, step or walk both feet to the front of the mat. And exhale, fold forward, relaxing the crown of the head down towards the earth. Inhale, lift up halfway with a flat back. Bring your hands to your shins. Root down through the feet and lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold forward again, letting it all go here. Inhale, bend your knees and sweep your arms out around and up towards the sky. Bring your hands together to touch. Then draw your hands to prayer in front of your heart in mountain pose. Inhale, circle the arms out, around, and up again. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step or hop your feet back to a plank position. Option to lower the knees here. Then lower down halfway with control. And inhale, tuck the toes under and lift your heart up towards the sky for upward facing dog or cobra pose. Press down firmly through the feet, keep the shoulders down and back. And exhale, push your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Draw the shoulders away from the ears and allow the neck to be soft. Just take a few deep breaths here. So sweep your left foot forward in between your hands for lizard pose. Align your front knee with your front ankle and come up onto the ball of your left foot and push slightly forward. If you're new to this pose or working on hip flexibility, keep your back knee down on the mat. And bring both of the hands on the inside of the left foot and begin to move your left foot closer to the edge of the mat. Engage and activate your core and back leg muscles to keep you balanced. And to deepen the pose, you can opt to come down on your forearms or just stay where you are. Find your breath here. Big inhales and big exhales. Release and rise back up to switch sides. Step your right foot forward in between your hands. Align your front knee with your front ankle. Bring both of the hands on the inside of the right foot. Move your right foot closer to the edge of the mat and sink down into lizard again, breathing deeply. Release and find downward facing dog. Option to hold here or take your flow sequence. We'll all meet back in down dog. From downward facing dog, step both feet forward to the front of the mat, then slowly rise up to mountain. Begin to shift your weight into your right foot. Bend your left knee back behind you, allowing your heel to come closer to your left side glutes. Reach your left hand back and grab your left foot or ankle. If it's too difficult to reach, you can use a strap by bringing it around the top of your left foot and grabbing hold of it with your left hand. Now bring your opposite hand, your right hand, up towards the ceiling. Find a focal point to keep your gaze in balance. Press into that grounded foot and activate your core. And squeeze your inner thighs together. And begin to tilt your torso forward. At the same time, begin to lift your back foot away from your body. Keep your chest open and bring your back foot up as high as is comfortable for you, but working to get your thigh parallel to the ground. Don't worry about how high you can lift. Just worry about maintaining balance in this pose. And to release, come out of the pose slowly, lower your back foot down, and come back to mountain pose. And coming into dancer on the other side, bend your right knee back behind you. Reach your right hand back and grab your right foot or ankle. And begin to tilt your torso forward, and at the same time, begin to lift your back foot away from your body. Let's hold here again, allowing your breath to flow through you as you hold this pose. Gently lower your back foot down and come back to mountain pose. Option to find downward facing dog or to take your flow sequence from here. And sweep your left foot forward in between your hands. Plant your right foot down at a 45-degree angle. Make sure the heel of your front foot is aligned with the arch of your back foot. Keep your knees stacked over the ankle. Inhale, cartwheel your arms out straight and parallel to the ground in Warrior Two. Deep breaths here. And exhale, cartwheel your arms up and over. Drop your left forearm to your front thigh. Inhale and reach your right arm up and over. Imagine a straight line from your feet all the way to your fingers. An option to use blocks here or bring your left hand down to the floor. And release, find downward facing dog and hold or take a flow sequence here. For the other side, sweep your right foot forward in between your hands. Plant your left foot down at a 45-degree angle. Make sure the heel of your front foot is aligned with the arch of your back foot. Keep the knee stacked over your ankle. Inhale, cartwheel your arms out straight and parallel to the ground for Warrior Two. Breathe here. Exhale, drop your right forearm to your front thigh. Inhale and reach your left arm up and over. Imagine a straight line from your feet all the way to your fingers. And release, find downward facing dog and hold, or take your flow sequence from here. Sweep your left foot forward in between your hands, plant your right foot down at a 45-degree angle, and come up into Warrior Two again. Now shift just your arm and torso forward. Keep that distance as you inhale and reach up and over with your left hand. Lengthen through your side body. Reach your right arm down your back leg for support. Release, cartwheel your arms up and over, find downward facing dog and hold, or take your flow sequence here. And for the other side, sweep your right foot forward in between your hands, plant your left foot down at a 45-degree angle, and come up into Warrior Two again. Big breaths here. Now shift just your arm and torso forward. Keep that distance as you inhale and reach up and over with your right hand. Lengthen through your side body here, and reach your left arm down your back leg for support. Release, find downward facing dog and hold, or take your last flow sequence of the class. Inhale, bring your left foot in and place it behind your right wrist. Extend your right leg back long behind you. Inhale, press firmly into the mat and find length in your spine. Exhale, hinge forward into pigeon. Breathe deeply, letting go with each exhalation here. Gently push yourself back up into tabletop and switch sides. Bring your right foot in, place it behind your left wrist. Extend your left leg back long behind you. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale as you hinge forward again. Push your hands into the mat and come back to tabletop. And then swing your legs around and come to lying on your back. And bring your knees into your chest and give them a big squeeze. And then gently drop your knees over to the right side, allowing yourself to melt into supine twist. Option to bring your arms out long to a T position and to gaze in the opposite direction of your knees. And find your breath. And inhale, bring your knees back to center and hug them to your chest. And gently drop your knees over to the left side. Hold here, breathing deeply. Bring the knees back to center, hug them tightly. Now bring the backs of the heels closer to your sit bones for bridge pose. Align the knees with the ankles and keep the feet relatively hip distance apart and press into your feet. Engage the core muscles and begin to lift the hips up towards the sky. Keep your neck elongated with your chin slightly tucked in and towards your chest. And breathe here. Slowly release the hips back down to the mat and bring your knees into your chest. And release your arms and legs out long for savasana. Gently relax the muscles in your face and allow your body to become heavy. For the next few minutes, allow your mind and body to be at peace. Savasana is an opportunity for your body to absorb all the hard work it did during this class. And as you rest here, repeat one of the following affirmations to yourself. I express myself creatively in all aspects of my life. My relationships with myself and others are thriving. I love and honor my body. I hope you enjoyed this theme around the sacral chakra. Feel free to stay here and rest as long as you like. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. We'll see you next time. Namaste. If you enjoyed this class, please like and subscribe below.